Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Patrick Shairi and today I will present an analysis of Malaysia trade performance from 2015 to 2024, focusing on export and import trends. Our discussion will cover key sector, trade balance and the impact of free trade agreements within ASEAN. By the end of this presentation, we aim to understand the evolution of Malaysia trade dynamics and propose strategic recommendation for future growth. First, overall trade performance 2015 until 2024. Over the past decade, Malaysia trade has exhibited notable growth, with total trade expanding by 9.3% during the first 10 months of 2024. Export rose by 8.4%, while import increased by 14.6%, resulting in trade surplus of RM 102.77 billion. This makes the 54 consecutive months of surplus since May 2020. The growth of export was largely supported by strong demand for manufactured goods, which represent 85.4% of total export, including electrical and electronic products, rubber products, processed food and machinery equipment, and also parts. Now, domestic export versus re-export. Comparing domestic export and re-export, we observe that domestic export have been the primary driver of Malaysia's export performance. However, re-export have grown significantly in recent years, driven by Malaysia's role as a regional trade hub. Notably, in 2022, re-export surged due to increased global demand for semiconductors and other intermediary goods. This trend highlights Malaysia's strategic position in global supply chains. However, the gap between domestic export and re-export remains significant, indicating room of improvement in value-added production. After that, import by end use. Now, let's examine import by end use. Capital goods, such as machinery and equipment, make up the largest share of imports, reflecting ongoing industrial and infrastructure development. Intermediate goods essential for manufacturing have also seen steady growth. Interestingly, there has been an increase in consumer goods imports, particularly in the automotive and technologies sector. This shift suggests rising consumer purchasing power but also highlight a reliance on foreign goods which impact Malaysia's trade balance. Major export sector in 2024. In 2024, Malaysia's top exports sector include electronics and electrical products, petroleum products, and palm oil. Electronics alone account for over 40% of total export, driven by global demand for semiconductors and consumer electronics. Meanwhile, the palm oil sector continues to contribute significantly, particularly to emerging markets. This sector not only drive export but also play a critical role in GDP growth and employment. However, heavy reliance on a few key sectors poses risks during global downturns, highlighting the needs for diversification. So, on the import side, Malaysia relies heavily on intermediate goods like electronics components and petroleum products. These imports support our manufacturing and energy sectors. Additionally, machinery imports indicate ongoing industrialization and technological upgrading. The challenge lies in Malaysia's reliance on import high-value goods, which hampers the development of local industries and create trade imbalance. Now, major trade partners in 2024. Malaysia's major export destination in 2024 includes China, Singapore, and the United States. These three countries account for a significant share of total exports, particularly in electronics and palm oil. On the import side, China, Singapore, and Japan dominate. China in particular is both a critical export market and import sources, reflecting strong bilateral trade ties. This relationship influence Malaysia trade policies and economic strategies. Trade with Asian FTA countries. Trade with Asian Free Trade Agreement countries has grown steadily, accounting for approximately 27% of Malaysia's total trade in 2024. The reduction of tariffs and improved market access under FTAs has strengthened regional trade. Notable partners include Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, with export focusing on electronics and import concentrated in machinery and raw material. Strengthening this relationship can further enhance Malaysia's competitiveness in the region. Last but not least, which is export by state in 2023. When we analyze export by state, Selangor and Penang emerge as a leader due to their advanced manufacturing and electronics industries. Sabah and Sarawak contribute significantly through natural resources like crude oil and liquefied natural gas. However, there are clear regional disparities. States like Kelantan and Terengganu have lower export contribution, indicating untapped potential. Addressing these gaps could boost national economic growth. Now, recommendation. So, based on this analysis, I propose 3 key recommendations. Firstly, diversify export. We can invest in high-value sectors such as green technology, renewable energy, and biotechnology to reduce reliance on electronic and palm oil. Second is enhance local industries. We can develop local manufacturing capabilities to reduce dependency on import capital and intermediate goods. Lastly, leverage FTAs. Strengthen trade with Asian and other FTAs countries by targeting industry with growth potential such as automotive and digital service. This strategy will help Malaysia achieve a more balanced and sustainable trade performance. In conclusion, Malaysia's trade performance over the past decade highlights significant strengths, including robust export in electronics and growing trade relationship within ASEAN. However, challenges such as trade imbalance and reliance on a few key sectors remain. By diversifying export, enhancing local industries, and leveraging FTAs, Malaysia can strengthen its trade position and drive economic growth. That's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation.